Okay, it's July 5th, Sunday, approximately quarter after 8, 2026. So, anyway, I had to break down the very first video into three of them. So, we're living in London, Ontario, as far as I can remember. You got to remember, I remember way back. So, there's seven children living in a five-bedroom house. We're at Trafalgar and Highbury, and yeah, my father decides that we're going to need a bigger house. So he wants to move to a farm, but he wants to build his own house. And this is around 1969, 1970. So there's technology is not advanced very much at that time. So it was just, you know, going to dig a hole, build a house there. So he found a lot in Dorchester on the side of a hill, and he started to proceed to dig with bulldozers and stuff like that because he's going to need a pretty big house for seven children. And as he's digging for the house and everything, my mom gets pregnant again. So there's going to be eight children. He starts to get it all ready and all that stuff that you need to do to build the house. That's not the only reason he wanted to move to the farm. You got to remember, we're living in the city. I'm going to a city school. I can talk to ghosts. That's one of the abilities that I was given, I guess, as I was born, because I didn't know that they were ghosts, and I was talking to them all the time. And people thought I was kind of strange because I would use my outer voice, like the way I talk to you right now. But what I did learn was that I could talk to the ghost inside my mind. I didn't need to, talk out loud to them because people were thinking I was really weird and stuff like that. And I didn't like that. But my parents noticed that when I was thought nobody was around, I would talk out loud to these ghosts, and they were a little afraid for me as well, and thought that perhaps moving to an environment where our next door neighbor is like, a kilometer away or something would be much better for me anyway. And I was always told as a child all the time, don't tell anybody you hear any voices, don't tell anybody that you see things that are not there. Don't tell anybody that you like anything that might be out of the ordinary because they'll take me away. So, knowing that I can't say anything to anybody or talk to anybody about it, I really didn't mind moving to the farm. I thought, you know what, I don't have to be as careful anymore. Well, what I didn't know about these situations is that you can get more gifts as you go along. So even if you're born not on a special day or your circumstances that your father was gifted or your mother was gifted or your grandmother was gifted or your grandfather was gifted and it was passed down to you genetically, you can still develop gifts on your own. How do you do this? You practice. You wake up before your alarm goes off if you have an alarm. Try to do that. That'll give you that ability of time zone in yourself. Try to predict who's going to call you on the telephone and keep practicing. There's a whole bunch of ways you can increase your mental capacity with psychic abilities just by practicing. But you might not be as good as a normal person that's gifted, and he's practicing well as or she is practicing, as long as you work your art, you'll get better at it no matter what. And also along the way of getting these gifts as you're going through life, there's other ways that it can happen. Uh, a near-death situation. If you almost die, spirits, angels, ghosts, all kinds of stuff will come to you to try to show you where you're going to go when you're dead. But if you make it that you don't die and you're alive, then some of the residual situations of these ghosts, spirits, and angels will be there. And you can use that information in order to help you to succeed in things in life that you might need. And these things have happened to me. And not the gifts are always different. They're not always the same. And I'm going to use the next story to tell you of another gift I got when I almost died. Well, I was clinically dead for about, I don't know, a minute or two. And that happened when we were living on the farm. And I'm just trying to tell you, moving from the city to the farm was probably the best thing for me anyway. And for my mom and dad having 7 children already and another child on the way, it was better for them too. Because, yeah, we're at that time, the next one being born was born on, I was born in 1970. So we were living on the farm at that time. Dad had it built. But the child was just born. She was born in August 16th, 1970. So yeah, she would have been born on the farm. And so 4 girls, 4 boys at the time. And mom had one more after that too. But yeah, it was a good idea to move to the farm. And he built a huge house, triple brick, 3 stories, uh, a 7-car garage, maybe more because he had put in additions on it. I think there was at at the beginning 5 bedrooms upstairs, 5 bedrooms on the middle floor, and then the basement was garage and working area and like a machine shop actually. Yeah, it was pretty big. And then he added on to it too, making it another 3 bedrooms. And then we even had a servant's quarters for a while. Yeah, I'm still here actually. It's a super big house. It's a 5 acre lot. But anyway, I ended up having 9 children, so this was better for the family as well, and better for me because there is more ghosts in the city than there is on this farm. In fact, there's only 3 ghosts on this farm. In the city, I couldn't count how many ghosts there were. There were tons and tons, like lots, so many. Yeah. So for me, it was good that we moved. But anyway, that's my story for today. I'm trying to keep them, under 10 minutes, so that way we don't lose you. And the next one will be about when I died, came back to life. I was very young though.